welcome to our literature section. We've got 5 bookcases behind me. We've got a table here. It's a great place to come back into here, right next to our children's section, right next to the Yanis Korchak room. We have, in these 5 bookcases, we have literature in general. We have Agnon. We have historical fiction. We have Jews and sports up there, small section. We have personal journeys, a lot of them from people here in Israel, matter of fact. And we have Jewish tales, and we have a special 1 bookcase here on Elie Wiesel. Here, I'm just going to highlight just a few books here. We have Lamed Vav, collected stories by Slotana. Slotana is amazing. If anyone, I don't know of anyone who knows Shlomo Carlebach better than she does. And she herself is a shining example of the teachings of Lamed Vav. She is such a beautiful and dear person to me. Classic, another just example, Gluck of Hamlin. And now we come down to the Elie Wiesel shelf. I think we have every book by Elie Wiesel here. And not only that, we have commentators on Elie Wiesel as well. And for example, here is Elie Wiesel, Jewish Literary and Moral Perspectives, edited by Stephen Katz and Alan Rosen. Alan Rosen, I don't know of anyone who knows Elie Wiesel better than Alan Rosen. He was his first teacher's assistant, Avram Rosen, and for 8 years he interacted with the professor every day for 8 years. And so he collected what he considered a lot of people who also knew him well and what they had to say on Elie Wiesel and his writings. Taking you right into his classroom was Elie Wiesel's second teacher's assistant. This was Witness Lessons from Elie Wiesel's Classroom by Ariel Berger. Takes you right into the classroom. Just some amazing things that you'll be able to experience having not been there yourself. And at the end of the book, it says recommended reading. These are works to which Professor Wiesel returned to often or featured prominently in the chapters of this book. And what we did is we actually ordered those books in, and we have them right over here in this section here. So that's a very unusual shelf that we have. Okay, Raphael here is going to take some pictures of the shelves, and then it's a very difficult place to take pictures in. It's very narrow quarters here. And so what I will be doing, when you choose the section that says literature, we will be putting in the names and titles of many of these books. I want to share a few more titles with you. This one here, great for teenagers. Great for a bat mitzvah gift. Forever My Jerusalem, a classic about the siege in Jerusalem, 1948. Also, on this table we have, around that time, 1988, 48, we're talking about the same time, El Nakam, Story of a Fighter for Freedom of Israel. If you really want to understand what was going on here in the streets of Jerusalem at that time, Ezra Yamin El Nakam is his code name. He started off as a 16-year-old hanging posters in Jerusalem against the British, and he grew into a fighter. A fighter. We have Jewish Moroccan folk tales. I have here Fear No Evil by Natan Sharansky. Classic, classic, classic. And we just got in his book, Never Alone, a new book by him. And it'll be quite a hope. When it opens up, there'll be a lot of fairs in that sense, because it's written by with Gil Troy also. Now, we have here All Who Go Do Not Return by Shulam Dean. This is a book about people who were were ritually observant and left the fold, but very, very interesting read, big seller of ours. I want to mention one more classic, this one here, The Last of the Just by Andrei Schwartzbard, won France's highest award in literature. It's historical fiction based on the Holocaust. Not based on it, yeah. Well, it takes you all the way through the Holocaust. It goes all the way into the persecution. It's based on the Lovnik concept and takes you through the massacres in the 1400s, 1500s, and it culminates in the Shoah.